on NBA TV. I'm Rick Kamla. The 1988 Slam Dunk Contest at the Old Chicago Stadium included the 1985 winner, Dominique Wilkins, the 1986 winner, Spud Webb, and reigning champion, Michael Jordan. The contest lasted more than 3 hours and provided some of the most iconic dunks of all time. Who took home the 1988 Slam Dunk Championship? Let's find out.
And the first dunker is going to be Otis Smith. Otis Smith from Golden State is 6'5", his first dunk.
Otis Smith is a power dunker, and you saw that right there. And he usually likes to do a lot of his dunks with his left hand. He came underneath the double clutch. It looks easy, but this is tough.
Oh, I wish I could do it, Steve. I don't think he's going to get a very high score.
And the judges give him a score of 40.
And Jerome Kersey will be next. In the first round, there will be 2 passes through the field of 7. In other words, they get 2 dunks. They may replace a miss if they would like. So here comes Jerome Kersey, 6'7", 222 in his 4th year from Portland. And Otis has 40 points of a possible 50. Well, again, I'm surprised, Jerome, having been in the competition, that was a terrific dunk. He had great height, threw it through, but really nothing out of the ordinary. We'll see it again right here, Steve, as he comes up. Now look at the height. Watch where his head is. His head is right up near the rim. Throws it through without looking as he passes by. But again, it's just a 2-hand reverse dunk.
Well, I think Jerome is a little bit handicapped in the fact that he has smaller hands than some of the contestants. He wanted to make sure he got his first dunk in. He can't believe the judges didn't give him a better score.
He gets 41, that puts him 1 point ahead. Remember, this is cumulative. The top four will advance. And Spud Webb will go third. 5'7", 135 pounds. He won the 86 Slam Dunk Championship in his hometown of Dallas.
Well, the key for Spud is getting that first one to go in. Now, I've seen him in other competitions, and when he didn't get the first one in, he struggled a little bit, but all the little people are rooting for him.
Including me.
Again, he had to get one in, and I think he's more concerned about that. His first one was more difficult, and certainly would have got him a pretty good score.
And that should not be higher than what the other 2 competitors had.
You'll see him come in, and I know what he's thinking, like, 2-hand. You know, I'm going to get this one over the top and give myself a chance to advance.
So Spud Webb, another look here. So it's just really a straight-in drive, just 2 hands, straight in, nothing really spectacular. He just needed to get it in, otherwise he had no chance at all. But with 34, I still think that's going to kill him. So that makes him 3rd out of the first 3.
None of those judges are 5'7".
Yeah. Well, Snub and Goodrich should be able to relate. Now Greg Cadillac Anderson. We go from the shortest competitor to the tallest. He's 6'10", a rookie from the University of Houston from San Antonio Spurs. Crowd liked it. Well, I think the disadvantage for the big man, Steve, is that they don't look like they're doing as much because they're so tall, they're so big, they don't have that fluid motion, and they have to really come up with more creativity, perhaps, than the smaller players. And this is a nice one off the glass. He's up high, throws it through with great authority. But again, they just don't have the ballet-like movements of a Michael Jordan or a Dominique Wilkins. You take another look at it, it's good, throws it through with great force. And now, Greg Anderson, who picked up a 42, so that is the highest score so far. It's Anderson with 42, Kersey 41, Smith 40, Webb 34, and here is the defending champion, Michael Jordan.
Well, the judges, they got a lot of pressure on them. They got to come through with big scores with Jordan. Of course, Jordan wants to put some pressure on everybody by trying to do something special right out of the gate.
Special. Everybody in the stands flashing a 10. They had him up before he got there. There's a 9.
Well, we go back and we'll take a look at Jordan and said, I got to put some pressure on. And, you know, again, you can't ever tell what he's going to do. He looked like he might have done a 360 or something, turned inside out, kicks his legs out, and the crowd responds.
And only a 47, the crowd not real happy with that. I tell you what, I couldn't do that one in my dreams. Michael Jordan said that he hoped to get to the finals with a dunk that was not as spectacular as the one he wanted to pull out then. So he did get a 47. He is now the leader. Number 2 out of the 5 who have dunked so far is Greg Anderson with a 42. So that's what Drexler's looking at. Clyde from Portland. So that looked a lot like dunk that Michael Jordan did, and he had a little more authority throwing it down through. However, still, in the air, he didn't take off out quite as far as Michael did, so it didn't look quite as good, but it's still a terrific dunk. There he goes, brings the legs up, windmills it through, and a very nice dunk by Clyde Drexler. I would think that should put him in second place right now as we take another look at it. Looking good up, get the legs up in the air, get that flair to it. You got to do something a little bit special, and I like that one by Clyde.
And the thing that Jordan did was kick his legs out.
And we do hear now that 44 points have been awarded to Drexler. That puts him in second place. So Jordan with 47, Drexler with 44, Anderson with 42, Kersey with 41. So 41's the number here that Dominique needs to better in order to advance to the semifinal rounds. Dominique Wilkins from the Atlanta Hawks, the 1985 champion, 6'7", 200 pounds. Well, that'll draw a high score, I tell you that right now. Now, we saw a reverse two-hander before, Steve, early in the competition, but not with the flair that Dominique just put on that, or with the power.
And the quickness. He exploded into that basket right down there. You'll take a look. Now watch, I think what he does is really give it some juice. He cradles the ball, then spreads his legs out and really throws it down. That's a good pop-up opener.
And a 49 for Dominique Wilkins to put him in first place. So it's Wilkins with 49, Jordan 47, Drexler 44, Anderson 42.